Welcome to Healthy Life Keys, the place where your comfort, independence, and peace of mind come first. Have you ever just gotten comfortable under the covers, only to be woken up an hour later by the urge to go to the bathroom, and then again and again, until you're left staring at the ceiling, wondering if you'll ever get a full night's rest again? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many older adults, frequent trips to the bathroom at night become an unspoken struggle, quietly draining your energy, stealing your sleep, and affecting how you feel the next day. You may have tried drinking less water or even medications, but nothing seems to touch the real problem. Here's the good news. Sometimes the answer isn't in a pill, it's in your plate. Today, we're going to uncover 3 simple foods that can help support bladder comfort and reduce those nightly interruptions naturally. So take a deep breath, settle in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who deserves better sleep. Let's begin. Avocado. Did you know that nearly 70% of adults over the age of 60 experience nighttime urination, often 2 or more times each night, according to the National Association for Continence? It is not just annoying. It quietly steals your deep sleep, drains your energy, and affects your heart and brain health over time. But what if a simple, creamy fruit could help restore peace to your nights? Avocados are one of the most bladder-friendly foods available. Let's begin with magnesium, a mineral that plays a vital role in calming the muscles of the bladder wall. In just 100 grams of avocado, about half of a medium fruit, you get approximately 58 milligrams of magnesium. Studies have shown that older adults with low magnesium levels are more likely to suffer from bladder spasms and overactive bladder symptoms. By supporting muscle relaxation, magnesium helps reduce those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. Avocados also contain beta-sitosterol, a plant-based compound that has been researched extensively for its role in prostate health. The Cleveland Clinic reports that beta-sitosterol can help reduce inflammation in men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a leading cause of nighttime urination in older men. When the prostate is swollen, it pushes against the urethra, making the bladder work harder. Reducing that pressure can make a big difference. Another powerful feature of avocado is its fiber content. Constipation is often an overlooked contributor to bladder pressure. A backed-up digestive tract can press against the bladder, triggering urgency. With 6.7 grams of fiber per 100 grams, avocados support smoother digestion and take pressure off the bladder. But the benefits do not end there. Avocados are rich in vitamin K and folate, which have anti-inflammatory effects. Research from Johns Hopkins University shows that these nutrients help reduce irritation in the bladder lining and pelvic tissues, areas that often become overly sensitive with age. To get these benefits, aim for half an avocado per day, preferably at lunch or early dinner. Avoid commercial guacamole, which often includes bladder irritants like garlic or lime. Instead, mash it with olive oil and a sprinkle of sea salt for a gentle, nutrient-rich addition to your meal. Have you tried avocado regularly, and have you noticed any changes in your nighttime habits? Let me know in the comments below. Your story might help someone else sleep better tonight. Pumpkin seeds. Now that we've explored one of the creamiest, most bladder-supportive fruits, avocado, it's time to shift our focus to something much smaller, yet surprisingly powerful. Up next, pumpkin seeds. You're about to see why this crunchy little snack is far more than just a seasonal salad topping. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? And what part of your health are you most focused on these days? If staying energized, healthy, and independent matters to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss these practical tips. And if you find this content helpful in your everyday life, go ahead and type 1 in the comments below. Now, let's dive into why pumpkin seeds are a game changer, especially for older adults struggling with nighttime urination. These tiny seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, delivering about 150 milligrams per ounce. Magnesium helps relax the detrusor muscle, which controls bladder contractions. When this muscle is overactive, even a half-full bladder can send an urgent signal to wake you. Clinical studies, including those published in Neurology and Urodynamics, have shown that improving magnesium intake can significantly reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. But the benefits do not end there. Pumpkin seeds also provide tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin and melatonin, key hormones for sleep regulation. As we age, melatonin levels naturally decline, leading to lighter, more disrupted sleep. Adding tryptophan-rich foods like pumpkin seeds can gently support deeper, more restful sleep. And let's not forget zinc. Each ounce of pumpkin seeds offers about 2 milligrams of zinc, which helps regulate hormones and reduce inflammation in the bladder lining. This is particularly helpful for postmenopausal women and older men managing prostate-related issues. To get the most benefit, I recommend 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds daily, best enjoyed between 4 and 6 p.m. Avoid flavored or roasted varieties. The added salt and spices can irritate a sensitive bladder. Enjoy them sprinkled into yogurt or oatmeal, or roll them into simple power bowls with almond butter and honey. It's a small habit that can lead to big improvements in your nights. Have you tried pumpkin seeds as part of your evening routine? If so, what changes have you noticed in your sleep or bladder comfort? Now, let's move on to a fresh, hydrating vegetable that works differently, but just as effectively when timed right in your day. Cucumber. Cucumber might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about bladder health, but timing it right could make all the difference. Although cucumbers are made up of around 96% water, they do not necessarily increase nighttime urination if you eat them at the right time of day. That's the key. It is not just what you eat, but when you eat it, that shapes how your body handles fluids. When consumed between 2 and 4 hours p.m., cucumbers act like a hydration reset. They give your body the fluid it needs during active hours, while you're upright and moving. This encourages your kidneys to process and flush excess water well before bedtime. As a result, there is simply less fluid left for your bladder to deal with at night, and there is more. Cucumbers contain silica, a trace mineral that supports the strength and flexibility of connective tissues, including the lining of your bladder. As we age, these tissues can become thinner and more sensitive. That means your bladder may send urgency signals even when it's only partially full. Silica helps reinforce the bladder lining, making it more resilient and less reactive. Cucumbers also deliver natural anti-inflammatory compounds, which help soothe irritation in the urinary tract. When eaten early in the day, they act as a gentle diuretic, encouraging your body to release fluids gradually before you lie down to sleep. Now, Here's the part many people miss. Avoid eating cucumbers too late in the evening. If you snack on them after dinner, you may actually increase the amount of fluid your kidneys need to process overnight. That's when the bathroom trips creep back in. So how can you enjoy cucumbers in a bladder-friendly way? Try eating one whole cucumber, peeled if your digestion is sensitive, between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. For a well-rounded snack, pair it with a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, a light drizzle of olive oil, and a sprinkle of dill or parsley. It's refreshing, light, and kind to your bladder. Skip the pickles. They often contain vinegar, sodium, or preservatives, which can irritate the bladder lining. Many of my older patients, particularly women who also deal with swelling in their legs or feet, report feeling better within just a few days of shifting when and how they eat cucumbers. Have you ever tried timing your hydration earlier in the day? I'd love to hear how that's worked for you, or if you're willing to give it a try this week. Next, let's explore a non-food strategy that may surprise you, but has helped many people sleep through the night without interruption. Bonus strategy: leg elevation before bed. If your legs feel heavy by evening, or if your socks leave deep marks around your ankles, you are likely dealing with fluid retention. It is more common than you think, especially in adults over 60. In fact, studies estimate that nearly 50% of older adults experience lower leg swelling by day's end, often without realizing just how much it affects their sleep. Here is what's happening. Throughout the day, gravity pulls fluid down into your feet and ankles, especially if you sit or stand for long periods. That fluid does not disappear. It simply pools in your lower body. And when you finally lie down to rest, your body begins reabsorbing that fluid and sending it back into circulation. The problem? That surge of fluid ends up at the kidneys, right when you're trying to fall asleep. The result? You're back on your feet, heading to the bathroom at 1 or 2 a.m., just when your body should be in deep, restorative sleep. But here is the good news. This cycle can be interrupted by one simple habit: elevating your legs before bed. About 30 to 60 minutes before you plan to sleep, lie back and raise your legs at least 12 inches above your heart. You can prop them on 2 firm pillows, use a reclining chair, or rest them up against the wall or couch armrest. What matters is giving gravity a chance to help you this time, returning fluid back up before bedtime. For even better results, add gentle ankle circles or slow foot pumps during elevation. These small movements activate the calf muscles, which work like a natural pump for your veins and lymph system, helping move trapped fluid out of your legs and back toward your heart. Many of my older patients, especially those who are waking up 3 or more times per night, report that leg elevation alone helped them sleep longer and feel lighter the next morning. It is low cost, low effort, and surprisingly effective. You know how it goes. It starts off as a regular morning. Coffee's hot, the paper's on the porch, and your shoes slide on just fine. But by late afternoon, those same shoes feel tighter. Your legs feel heavier, and your ankles. They've all but disappeared. It's not just you. This is what gravity does as we age. And while we might chuckle about old legs or puffy feet, the truth is, this slow, quiet swelling is stealing your sleep. Here's how it works. As fluid builds up in your legs all day, it stays put until you finally lie down. Then, gravity releases its grip. That trapped fluid rushes back toward your core and lands right where you don't want it, in your bladder. That's why, just when you drift off, your body wakes you up. again and again. Now, let me introduce the unsung hero of this story, compression socks. Not glamorous, I'll admit. You probably won't see them in a fashion catalogue, but slide on a good pair in the morning, and you've just given your legs a silent, steady assistant. These socks gently hug your calves, not too tight, not too loose, and guide blood and fluid upward where it belongs. They help prevent swelling before it even starts. Most folks do best with a light pressure range, somewhere around 15 to 20 millimeters. That's strong enough to make a difference, but still gentle enough for everyday use. Look for styles with a wide cuff or zipper if you've got arthritis or limited flexibility. Put them on right after waking up while your legs are still cool and light. Wear them through lunch, maybe into the early evening, and then take them off, stretch out, and let leg elevation take the second shift. Here's the beautiful part. When you combine compression socks during the day with lifting your legs before bed, you're teaching your body to drain fluid at the right time, not in the middle of the night. So let's take a quick moment to recap. Today we explored 3 gentle, nourishing foods that can help ease nighttime bladder urgency, not by masking symptoms, but by supporting your body where it truly matters. These simple changes can help calm inflammation, relax bladder muscles, and work in harmony with your sleep cycle. If you've been feeling frustrated, tired, or discouraged by those nightly wake-ups, I hope today's video reminded you that small steps, like what you eat and when, can lead to real, lasting comfort. Thank you for spending this time with me here on Healthy Life Keys, where your well-being, your rest, and your independence truly matter. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about. It might be the small shift that brings them peace tonight. Until next time, take care of yourself, rest well, and keep choosing health.